All right, and good morning and happy 250th birthday to America. I'm Joshua Weisel here in the Weather 225 Storm Studios. So glad you could start your day here with us. Let's get your day prepared. We got a couple things to talk about. A, it's going to be hot, but B, we got a chance for storms to let you know about. Let's walk you through those latest details. Of course, we'll have more updates throughout the day in terms of those storms, but throughout the afternoon, a couple pop-up showers and thunderstorms will be possible. The main headlines throughout the day today is going to be the heat. Now, keep in mind, if you're going to be on the lake, if you're going to be outside for a long period of time in general, take care of yourself. Wear the sunscreen, stay hydrated, take breaks in the shade. But also, it's not a bad idea to have the lightning alerts apps just in case to alert you, especially if you're out on the lake today, that, yeah, we got some lightning in the area. Not everyone's going to see storms today, but that may not be the case later tonight. Let's walk you through what we've got in terms of the rainfall chances throughout the day today. Now, this is going to change once we get later into tonight. It's going to be very similar to yesterday and the day before in terms of the isolated pop-ups. So pretty much the same thing that we've got going on there. In terms of the actual totals, before we get to the rainfall totals later tonight, it's going to be a little bit lower for the remainder of this morning. But further to the west later tonight, there could be some rain totals, maybe as upwards of, let's say, 2 to 4 inches, especially further to the west in our western Oklahoma counties. We'll need to keep an eye on that activity later tonight. Here's a look at what we got for the Foghorns morning fog outlook. The good news is this morning we got no major complications in terms of, reduced visibility, anything along those lines. Just typical for this time of year in summer when it's hot and it's humid. Not all the ingredients are at play, but still, it's always nice to check with the Foghorns morning fog outlook before you head out in the day and get your day started. Huge shout out to them. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. And as you can see, no major issues today. Support them like they support us. Visit them in Springdale and in Fayetteville. An Arkansas original since 2004. All right, so here's a look at what we got the drought monitor. And this is going to be important because all that rain that we had, it's not getting rid of the drought, unfortunately. So areas further to the west, we still have quite a bit of drought conditions into the moderate range, and then further to the east, as you can see on the map right around here, into the extreme category. So we need some more rainfall. That's going to be on the way, though. So hopefully we can kind of get rid of the drought conditions. The problem is, as we make our way forward, we're going to be dealing with some storms along with the rainfall later tonight. The other impact that we're going to be talking about, of course, is going to be the heat. We've been mentioning this all throughout the week. We said that we thought the Weather Service would probably have a little bit more, heat advisories by the time we got to the 4th of July because, A, the temperatures are warmer in many locations than they have been the rest of the week. But also when you factor in people are going to be outside for the festivities, it only makes sense that these heat advisories would be issued. So good call on them, and we always appreciate all the work that they do behind the scenes. Heat advisories for everywhere that you see in orange. Keep in mind, some areas could be expanded in this by the time we get to later today. But for the 4th of July in general, if you're going to be outside today, we want you to just take it easy. And pet owners, I know we've got parades and stuff. By the time we get to late morning and throughout the day today, it's going to be way too hot to walk your pets, and their feet are not indestructible. They can get burned pretty easy, so take care of them as well. Here's a look at what we got with the severe weather outlook for today, and it's the same as what we mentioned yesterday evening. There's going to be a little bit more of a risk further to the west and northwest. Medium risk now showing up for parts of our Oklahoma County coverage area and even into portions of southwest Missouri. Now, the overall total coverage, I think there's going to be pretty much everyone in Oklahoma and parts of northwest Arkansas will likely see some rain. It's not that they're going to see severe weather. It's just that it's going to be a pretty big complex of showers and storms. The question is it going to be able to maintain its strength? Now, right now, we're still expecting this to develop further to the north and west. As it makes its way south and east, though, it'll gradually be decreasing in strength. Now, sometimes these are tricky because sometimes it'll be, severe, and then by the time it makes its way into our coverage area, maybe temporarily severe, and then it's weak throughout the remainder of the coverage area, but just enough that it's going to bring in some showers and storms. So we'll have to wait and see. Is it going to maintain its strength? Is it going to fizzle out by the time it reaches our area? Is it going to maintain enough strength that at least all of the area sees some type of rainfall activity, maybe some marginally strong winds, stuff along those lines? We'll have to wait and see. Now, we'll show you future scan radar here in just a second. Primary risks are going to be damaging winds with this activity, but I don't want to also downplay the other risks. There's going to be a chance that some of these may produce some large hail. There's also going to be an embedded spin-up tornado risk with this activity as well. It's not the highest we've seen, but it's also not zero. So we'll need to be on alert tonight. Timing is going to be roughly around 11 o'clock to midnight and then into early Sunday morning. And this could be through the area by the time we get to midday on Sunday for parts of Arkansas. So let's show you the future scan radar here as we make our way through. Again, this morning, couple spotty showers may be possible. More activity by the time we get to around lunchtime, especially along and south of I-40, but then this may increase in coverage by the time we get to this afternoon and evening. Not everyone's going to see this activity, but notice here's midnight. That activity starts to roll in, and then by the time we get to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, this is when it's further into southwest Missouri and Arkansas. And then this may stick around until maybe 10 or 11 in the morning for parts of Arkansas as well. So we're not going to be quite done with the rainfall. It's going to be another overnight event. Not everyone's going to see severe weather, but just a word of advice, have the ways to receive alerts overnight that can wake you up in the event that there are warnings. But not everyone's going to see severe weather, but it's better to just be alert just in case than to be caught off guard by storms in the middle of the night. Other than that, our temperature outlook still looking above average, so it's going to be pretty warm as we make our way forward. And I tell you, we've got some triple digits in the forecast as we make our way further into next week. The other thing, too, we got some additional chances within the next 6 to 10 days for additional precipitation right into these slightly to well above average categories in parts of the area. So we may have some more rain on the way. The good news is, at least for now, we're going to get a little bit of a break once we get past Monday, and then maybe later into the week, maybe the weekend. That's when those rain chances will return. So there's going to be a little bit of a break between now and some of these rain chances after the ones that we've got this weekend into early next week. And here's what we're talking about. So northwest Arkansas, like we've been saying, it's going to be warm, but it's going to be a little bit cooler once we make our way Saturday, Sunday, thanks to some of that rain activity. These aren't going to be all-day washouts, but the morning for Sunday will likely be a washout for many locations. Rain chances decrease by the time we get to Tuesday, Wednesday. Then as we make our way into the River Valley, yeah, we have to address the elephant in the room, and that's the 101-degree temperature that we're forecasting for Thursday, triple digits on Friday as well. I tell you, it's just about to get hot across the region, so buckle up. Summer heat is on the way, and we've also got some rain and thunderstorm chances. Now, I know we've got a lot of viewers in the River Valley. In fact, a lot of viewers, we have a lot more viewers in the River Valley and Southwest. Can't talk, apparently. Excuse me for that. We got a lot more viewers in Southwest Missouri and in the River Valley compared to some of the other locations. So I know one of the things that many of you are going to be wondering is it going to be severe for our neck of the woods with the storms that we've got later tonight into Sunday? The question is a good one, and all I can tell you is there's no highlighted severe weather risk, but that may or may not change. It's one of those things where we have to watch, and I really don't like these types of systems because it's a waiting game. It's not that it's a big scary system and we're kind of worried and watching and waiting. When we're watching for these storm systems that move through slowly and they're gradually weakening, it's one of those things where you have to just kind of stay up and be on guard if you're in the weather department. But for the viewers, it's going to be a little bit later into the overnight, into the early morning. So you can go to bed tonight, but I would just have those ways to receive alerts absolutely just in case you're not caught off guard. But right now, widespread severe weather for the River Valley doesn't look likely, but I would just have those ways to receive alerts just to be completely safe. Again, it's not guaranteed, but if some of these storms temporarily strengthen once again, maybe some gusty winds and some of the other threats as well, but not quite as high as further to the north and to the west. So hopefully that answers your question. Here's a look at what we got for Northeast Oklahoma. Very similar to the River Valley, triple digits by the time we get to Thursday, Friday. Again, we're not doing any sort of weather alert day or anything like that for today in Northeast Oklahoma, anything like that. Just stay weather alert. Don't cancel your plans today because this is not going to be in the middle of the day. This is going to be late tonight, early Sunday. And so I don't want you to cancel those plans or anything along the lines there. So no weather alert day, but just be mindful that we got that risk tonight. And then here's a look at what we got for Southwest Missouri. Kind of the same thing. Not quite as warm as some other locations, but yeah, we're not going to be able to escape this summer heat. So that's a look at your forecast. Have a great rest of your day and don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm Joshua Weisler here in the Weather 225 Storm Studios. Again, I'm going to take some time throughout the day today to enjoy some time with friends and family. I'm planning to do a barbecue later on today as well. And so, we will be watching the forecast behind the scenes. But, if anything changes, we'll, of course, let you know first. That's why we're here. And thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. 250. That's awesome. And we're very festive here and got a tie here. I'll post it on Facebook. I got a tie that says 1776, very patriotic. We got the pin, we got the red jacket. We love having fun here in the Weather 225 Storm Studios. We also love having you guys tune in throughout the day as well. Have a good one. There's that, and we have a little TVS there, tornado vortex signature, and that's indicative of some fairly strong rotation. With the latest state-of-the-art equipment, we can call out areas of concern ahead of the warning. And there it is. We called it here first, y'all, and we are able to show you these things in real time, and our tools, you can't beat them. We're able to show you these things as they happen before the warning even occurs.
This is coverage you won't find anywhere else. Weather coverage with Joshua Weisel in the Weather 225 Storm Studios. Weather local to you since 2015.
If you like our media and forecast, be sure to support us today on Patreon. You can advertise with us this storm season and throughout the year. Contact us today for availability and pricing. Weather 225 since 2015.